Hello everyone. So today we will be solving this paper, this Maths GCSE paper. So let's start with question 1, which is write 500 as a product of powers of its prime number. So its prime factor. So we know what prime number is, right? It is a number that has only two factor, 1 and the number itself. For example, if you see 3. So 3 is divisible by 1 and 3. Like if you check 5, 5 is also a prime number. It is divisible by 1 and the number itself, which is 5. 2 is also a prime number, which is divisible by 1 and the number itself, right? So all these numbers are prime number. Like you tell me in the comment if 9 is a prime number or not. Okay. So prime factorization means all the factors has to be prime numbers when we do the factorization, when we write the factors of 500. This is what we are supposed to do. So basically, first of all, let me write there 500. If you see 500, we can write it as 5 times 100, right? So 5 is a prime number. We cannot factorize it anymore, right? Because it does not have any factor other than 1 and itself. So we take 100 there. 100 can be written as 2 times 50. So we have to take a prime number and then we have to write this. Like I just wrote 2, which is a prime number. I have to think at 2 times table where I can, like 2 times what is 100. So 2 times 50 is 100, right? Then 50 is not a prime number obviously, so I'll write there 50. So 50 in 2 times table, yeah, I can divide it with 2. I'll get 25. So 2 times 25 is 50. Again 2 is a prime number, so I'll write 25 there. In 25 time, like 25, does it comes in any prime number times table? Yeah, 5, right? 5 times 5. So they both are prime numbers, so I don't need to factorize it anymore. Now I will write all of them together. How? I will write 500 there. If you see there, this 5, let me highlight it. This 5, all these numbers, this 5 also, they all are prime numbers, right? So let me write them together. 5 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 5. All these numbers are factors of 500, right? So how many 5s are there? 1, 2, 3. So I can write 5 raised to power 3 and 2 raised to power, there are 2 2's, so I can write this. So 500 can be written as this. So this is the answer. Okay. Let's move to next question. So next question is this. We have given some mixed number. We have to add them. Mixed fraction. And then so first of all, we'll convert this mixed into an improper fraction. Improper fraction means when numerator is greater than denominator, like 9 over 4. This is improper fraction. Mixed means there we have one whole number and a fractional part. So it has a whole part, like here 1 is the whole part and 3/5 is the fractional part. So how do we add it? First let's convert to improper. So how we convert it? One whole, so we multiply 5 with 1 and then we add 3. We keep the denominator as it is, 5, keep it as it is. Then 5 times 1 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8. So we got 8 by 5. Then the same thing we do with the other fraction, other mixed fraction. So we multiply these two and add this. 4 times, first of all, keep the denominator same. 4 times 2, 8 plus 1, 9. So we got 9 over 4. Now we can add 8, 5 and at place of this 1 whole 3/5 I can write 8 over 5. At place of 2 whole 1/4 I can write 9 over 4. So let's add these two. Okay. Now we need to first find a common denominator, because whenever we add fractions the denominator has to be same. So the denominator is, here I have 5, here I have 4. So I need to find a common denominator. Okay, let's find the common denominator. What I can do is, if I multiply this number with this and this number 4 with 5, so I'll make the denominator common. So I'm multiplying 8 over 5 with this number, this denominator, the denominator of other fraction, which is 4. And then I multiply 9 over 4, this fraction, with the denominator of the other, which is 5. And that's how I can get a common denominator, because in both of them I have 5 times 4, right, which is 20, right? So I got the common denominator. Now I can add. So let me just multiply it. 8 times 4 is 32 over 20, plus 9 times 5 is 45 over 20, right? Now I just need to add this. So if I add this, I'll get 77 over 20. Now I need to convert it into mixed fraction, because in the question it says give your answer as a mixed number. How can I convert? I just need to divide the 77 with 20. Okay, if I divide, so 20 times 3 is 60, right? So, and I subtract, I'll get 17. Yeah. So, this part is whole. The quotient is written as whole. You can remember it as the part which, the remainder which is written in the bottom, you have to write that at the top as a numerator. The one which is written at the top, you need to put it in the denominator at the bottom. So this is your answer in the mixed number. So I hope this is clear. Let's move to next question. First, let me just erase it. Okay. So, in next, there is a mixed fraction. We have to divide it and check if this left hand side is equal to right hand side. Okay. So how do we check? Uh, let's just take one side of it and see if that's equal to the other side. So first of all, whenever a mixed number is given, you got to convert it into normal number, improper fraction or whatever. So you have this number 2 whole 2/3. So basically we convert it. We know first step is to keep the denominator as it is. Then we multiply these two, add this. 2 times 3, 6, 6 plus 2, 8. So we got 8 over 3. So I'm taking this side first, okay. So 8 over 3 divide by 6. So we can convert this division into multiplication. It makes our question easy. Whenever you are dividing a fraction, so first convert this division sign into multiplication and just do the reciprocal of the number you are dividing it with, like 6. So it will become 1 over 6, because reciprocal of 6 is 1 over 6, right? Now just multiply the numerator and the denominator. So 8 times 1 is 8, 6 times 3 is 18. So we got 8 over 18, because we can simplify this fraction because they both come in the same times table. For example, you can simply divide both of this with 2. So 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 9 is 18. So this is the simplified answer. Okay. Let's move to the next question, which is of power. Give your answer as a power of 2. Okay. So you have to read what it is saying and make sure you are writing the answer in that terms only. So we know whenever there is this thing, this is called base. For example, let me write, if we have 2 raised to power 5, so 2 is called base and 5 is called exponents or power, right? And when base is same, we can add the power if it is in multiplication. For example, a raised to power m times a raised to power n. So you see base is a and a. So we would write base once if it is in multiplication and we add the exponent. So it will become m plus n. Okay. So basically same thing is there, base is same, which is 2 2, but exponent are different. One is negative 5, other one is 8, right? So I'll write 2 raised to power negative 5 times 2 raised to power 8. Base is same, so I'll write base once, which is 2. I'll add this negative 5 and 8. So negative 5 plus 8, which would give me, because we know plus minus is minus, so this will give me 8 minus 5, which is 3. The bigger number is 8, which has a positive sign, so it will be positive 3. Then after that, you see there is a bracket and there is this tiny one more power, which is 2, right? So basically we have 2 raised to power 3 and over there we have 2, right? So let me put this 2, this tiny 2. This is what we are having now. Then there is a rule, which is power rule. Like if you have two powers, so you can just multiply them. So 2 raised to power 3 times 2, which is 6. So this is what you got. Okay. Then the next one is you just need to multiply it. So this is simple. You can just convert first in this into fractional form. Either you can directly multiply or you can first convert it into fractional form. So let's take first decimal number. So we write what is the number, non-zero numbers we write, which is 4. I mean if 406 something like that is there, so 0 is between non-zero number, we consider this as well. But if the number is starting with 0, we know it does not matter, we can directly write 4, right? So that's why I'm just writing 4. In the denominator, the decimal is after 1 2 3, 3 digits, so I will put 3 zeros. Okay, the next number is 0.32. So I'll write the non-zero number, which is 32. The decimal is after 2 digits, so I'll put 2 zeros in the denominator. Now they are in multiplication, right? So I can multiply these two fractions. So 4 over 1000 times 32 over 100. And so 32 times 4, if you just times it, you'll get 128. In the denominator, you have 3 and 2, 5 zeros. So we can put 5 zeros, 3, 4, 5. Now you just write the non-zero number. There are 5 zeros. So you got to put the decimal after 5 digits. We always start in this direction in decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you will have a decimal, but there is no digit, so you'll put placeholders and the number is starting with a decimal. To make it look clearly, we can put one more 0. So the answer is 0.00128. Okay. Next question is this, which says a car factory is going to make 4 different car models A, B, C and D. 80 people are asked which of the 4 models they would be most likely to buy. So this is the information given in the tabular form. Car models, so like A model, 23 people want to buy model A. So maximum people want to buy C, least people want to buy D. So factory is going to make 40,000 car next year. Work out how many model B cars the factory should make next year, because they have to look at the according to the number of people wants to purchase it. Okay, so total number of people that is surveyed is 80, right? So total number of people is 80, and then the people who prefer model B, they the number is 15, right? B model prefer by people, number of people is 15, right? So the proportion of people choosing model B is, if you find the proportion, that would be 15 over total, which is 80, right? Because this much people want model B and these are the total people. So proportion is, like in fraction, you can get just 15 over 80. Now the factory is making 40,000 cars, right? So to find the number of models that factory should be making, we would just multiply this proportion with the total number of cars, right? That is 15 over 80. This is giving me the proportion times 40,000, right? So 0 0 cancels out. Then 8 times 5, 0 0. Then you do 500 times 15, which would give you 7,500. So the factory should make 7,500 model B cars next year, right? This many cars. For example, if they ask you for model A, so you would do 23 divided by 80 times it with 40,000, right? Similarly, you can find for C and D. And let's move to next question. So, yeah, it says Rizwan writes down three numbers A, B and C. And the ratio of A, B is 1:3, B is 1:5. You have to find the ratio of A, B and C. Okay. So first step is to make the same in both ratio. You can see B is there in both of them, right? But in first, what is the value of B? It's 3. In second, B is 6. But they should be same because we need one B there. So let's make the same in both. So to make them match, we multiply the first ratio by 2. If I multiply this with 2, I'll get 6, right? Because I know 3 times 2 is 6. So I have first ratio, which is A ratio B, or A to B is 1:3. So if I multiply it with 2 to make B same, I'll get 2, because 2 1 I am just multiplying both side with 2, and this 3 times 2 would give me 6. So 2 ratio 6, right? Now you have B same, right? So for A is 2, right? B is 6 both side, so you can write at place of B 6, C is 5. So this is the ratio that you will be getting. So you need to check what is given there 2 times. If this is same, you can directly write it. If it is not same, first uh, try to make it same by multiplying or dividing with some number, and then you can write it. Okay. Then it says express as a fraction of total of three numbers A, B and C. So first let's find the total of all number. So 2 plus 6 plus 5, just find the sum, which is 13, right? So for three of them you have to find. So first, for number A, the fraction would be, A is how much? 2, right? So 2 over 13. Now you can similarly find for B. B is 6. So 6 over total, which is 13. Similarly for C, you can find 5 over 13, because C is 5 and total is 13. So fraction, we know that we write in the denominator the total, right? So that's how you have to do this. In this one, Emma writes down three numbers M, N and P. You have to find the ratio of M and P. So but here n and p is given. So we have to look where is m. M is also there. If you see carefully, this is m, right? So first of all, we have to express p in terms of n. I mean m, because um, it has to be in one terms. Like here, p is in n terms and then other one is in the other term. So express p in terms of m. So we have n is equals to 2m, right? If I substitute this value here, okay, because p is 5n, at place of n I can put this value, right? So p is 5n, at place of n I'm gonna put this 2m because n is equals to 2m. 5 times 2m, this will give me 5 times 2 is 10m. So p I got, which is 10m. Okay, now from here we can simply find the ratio of m and p, because we know we can write this thing as a fraction also. M over p is same as m fraction, I mean m to p, or m ratio p. So from here, if I want to find m over p, I can take this p down, right? So this will become m over p. On this side I have 1 and this 10 will go this side, right? So I just rearranged the terms, and that's how I got m over p, which is 1 over 10. So the ratio is 1 to 10. Okay, so I just rearranged the terms. Um, okay, if you have any question, you can write that in the comment. I can answer that there. Okay. Okay. So next question is this: a storage tank exert a force of 10,000 newtons on the ground. The base of the tank in the contact with the ground is 4 meter by 2 meter. This rectangular shape, the dimensions are given. This is 4, this is 2 in meters. Work out pressure on the ground due to tank. So you can, while writing, I mean reading the question, you can just keep note, keep a note of what important things are given. For example, the dimensions of rectangle are given, force is given, right? So let's write force is 10,000 Newton. And then the dimensions are given, we have to find pressure. So we know pressure formula is already given there, which is force over area. We need force, which is already there, right? The other quantity which I need is area. I have the dimension of rectangle. I know the formula to find the area of rectangle is, why my pen is not, yeah, now it's working. Area, A denotes area, is length times width. Length is 4, width is 2. 4 times 2 would give me, is it 4 times 2? Yeah. So it would give me 8, right? Meter square. So now I can just plug the values. Pressure is equals to force over area. Force is 10,000 divided with 8, and then you will get your answer. Okay. So if you divide this with 8, first I divide it with 2, yeah. So this would give you 1250. What should be the unit? The unit for force is Newton. So Newton per area is meter square. Newton per meter square. You have to take care of units. Okay. One more thing, you can say this is a like cuboid. You may have this question in your mind: if this is a cuboid, why we are taking the area of rectangle? Like here I use the area of rectangle because the base of the tank is applying the pressure on the ground. So we are only talking about the base, which is of rectangular shape. Okay, that's why. So yeah, so units you just write whatever quantities are given. Like for force it's newton, for area it's meter square, so the unit would be newtons per meter square. Let's move to the next question. Okay, so question number 8. Yeah, we have it here. So two numbers m and n are such that m is a multiple of 5, n is an even number. Okay, so highest common factor for both of them is 7. So you have to write possible values for m and n. So basically first step is we have to understand HCF. HCF means highest common factor. So HCF of two number divides both. Okay, here HCF is 7. Okay, so it means that both m and n must have only 7 as their highest shared factor. This is what HCF mean. HCF of m and n is 7. So m is a, then it says m is a multiple of 5 and n is an even number. So multiple of 5 I can write it like 5, 10, 15, 20. This is I'm writing for m. 25, 30, 35, 40, like that. Then it says n is an even number. So n is even number. So and its highest common factor is 7. So n must also be a multiple of 7 but must not include extra common factor, right? So like so it must not include extra common factor with m which is beyond 7. Okay, so even number, if I write even number and their common factor is 7, I mean highest common factor, so this will become, for example, let me write 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then 12, 14. So if you see, m can have, n is, if you take 14, okay, which is an even number, and in n m can have 35, right? They both are uh, that they both m and n have only 7 as their highest common factor, right? Because you know the 7 is a factor of 14 as well as 35, right? So m can be 35 and is 14, right? Because you see none of them is a factor of 7, right? Again here you can see none of them is factor of 7, only this and this, right? So these are the possible values. There can be some more values as we go, but this is the first value. Okay, next question is, we have given an equation. You have to complete the stable values. So y is equals to 6x minus x cube. The values of y and x, for example, if you plug this value of x there, the corresponding value of y is given. Let's try it. So y is equals to 6 times x is negative 3 minus negative 3 cube. 6 times 3 is 18. So negative 18. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. So negative 27, because if you multiply, this will cancel out. Negative negative is positive, but positive and negative gives you again negative answer. Negative 18 plus 27, so that's how you got 9, right? This is the corresponding value of 9 if you plug here negative 3. So basically, similarly, you have to do all the math and you have to find the corresponding values of y for this equation. So let's try it. Let's put there negative 2 at place of x. And remember, this negative sign is for the quotient, but x is negative 2. So that's why I'm putting a bracket there, so you don't confuse between these two negatives. So 6 times 2 is negative 12 minus negative 2, you multiply it with 3 times itself. So this will give you 4. 4 times negative 2 would give you negative 8, right? Because this negative negative cancels out and give you positive value. So there you got negative 8. So then we know negative 12, negative negative, this two negatives gives you positive 8. So this negative 2 and positive 8 will give you plus minus means minus. So 12 minus 8 is 4. But the bigger number is 12, which has a negative sign. So we always put the sign of the negative number. Sorry, the bigger number. So which is negative here. That's why we got negative answer. So you can remember this like plus minus is minus, minus minus is plus, plus plus is plus. So these three thing, and always put the in the answer what is there with the bigger number when we are doing plus or minus. So we got negative 4. Now at place of x we will be putting the value negative 1. Let me erase it. At place of x, 6 times negative 1 minus at place of x again negative 1 cube. So 6 times negative 1 is negative 6. Then you multiply 1 3 times, you will get negative 1. So minus minus is plus. See there? That's why this 2 minus will become plus 1, and then plus minus is minus. So we subtract them. 6 minus 1 is 5. Bigger number is 6, which is negative. So this will answer would be negative. If you just put 0, this will become 0 because 0 times anything is 0, and you will get 0, right? Because 0 x, so the corresponding value of y is also 0. Let me plug there 0. If you put 1, 6 times 1 minus 1 cube, so 6 minus 1, which would give you 5. So you have to just write the corresponding values, and we can now draw the graph, because x is negative 3, which is there, right? Y is 9, positive 9. So positive 9 would be there somewhere between 8 and 9. So negative 3 and positive 9, this would be the point which is representing negative 3 and 9, right? Then x is negative 2. So this is negative 2. For corresponding value for negative 2 is negative 4, which is there, right? So this point negative 2, negative 4, this is representing negative 2 comma negative 4. Then x is negative 1. There we have negative 1, and y negative 5 would be there between negative 4 and negative 6. So this point is representing negative 1, negative 5. Then 0 0 is this. 1, x is 1, y is 5. 5 is there. So 1 comma 5, this point. Then 2 4, x is 2, y is 4, which is there. 2 comma 4. X is 3, y is negative 9. So 3, negative 9 is there. Okay, 3 comma negative 9. So if you just join these points, you got the answer. I mean your graph. See, this is going something like this, right? So uh, that's how we are supposed to do it. Okay. Okay, thank you.